Well, good afternoon. I'm Sean Berriger. You're probably used to seeing me here representing the Twin Falls Area Chamber of Commerce, but I'm actually here today representing Southern Idaho Tourism. I'm a board member of that organization, and one of the changes that we would like to make in Region 4 this year is to apply for one grant for our region as opposed to Region 4 applying for Southern Idaho Tourism applying for one and the Chamber applying for one. So that's the presentation you're getting today, is one regional grant. However, you'll notice in the first paragraph there, if you guys don't like that idea, that's fine. I would like the right to reserve the right then to be able to apply as the Chamber if you don't like this consolidated effort. So I'll just throw that out there. Debbie Dane could not be here today to make this presentation. We actually have two ribbon cuttings today. One was this morning at 10 and one is probably just now wrapping up at 2 for the two ends of our Thousand Springs Scenic Byway. We've have new kiosks that have been created there that talk about a lot of the things to do along the byway, and the Lieutenant Governor was able to make it down to be a part of those events, so Debbie decided she probably ought to stay there. I'd just like to quickly go over sort of the general overview here. And really what we're talking about doing is taking a lot of the activities that Southern Idaho Tourism has done in the past, a lot of the activities that the Twin Falls Chamber has done in the past, put them into one grant and really make sure we're not duplicating efforts. That's a key point I'd like to make to all of you today. We'll obviously have an audit and then the fulfillment piece as elements in there. One of our other elements will be advertising. This again will be cohesive campaigns utilizing national magazines. For example, Sunset Magazine has been very successful for us in boosting the number of inquiries for information for responses there. Some other print applications. And what we're going to do is approach advertising as a region instead of having ads that really are more brand oriented. They will be ads that bundle events and activities and attractions so that it's not, well, I'll use the example of the Harrod Center because you all frown on that one every year when I come present. No longer will we be doing ads specific to the Harrod Center Museum that also say, and by the way, stay in a hotel while you're here. This will be things like the theme may be children's activities, and we'll have the Harrod Center, and we'll have fishing, and we'll have whatever other activities will come into that. We're going to use that to bring our partners to the table because traditionally in Region 4, while we appreciate the support we get from our partners, they rarely bring their checkbooks when they come to the table. And we're hoping that by bundling these activities, we'll be able to demonstrate greater value to them, that they'll want to buy in to those activities. So we will actually be using the agency that Southern Idaho Tourism currently has to develop these cohesive campaigns that may be seasonal or by topic, or you know, however that all works out. We haven't worked out all those details, but it'll be run throughout the year, primarily in our prime season, which is really spring through fall. We're not a outstanding winter destination in the state, although we do have some winter activities, but not a lot of them. We will try to avoid the windy season, which seems to be the last couple of weeks. Creative, again, we'll have an agency that will be doing a lot of the things that they're good at, but we would also like to keep on with Element 242, which we have used at the Chamber, which really has expertise in the video production and the social networking aspects. We've already had conversations, as Debbie has Steele & Associates as her agency, and we have Element 242 that does things for us. We've already had conversations with both of them that we're basically going to sit down at the table and we're going to say, you're good at these things, you're good at these things, divide those out, and certainly have to go through the bid process with that, since the contract with Element 242 will be now with a new, with Southern Idaho Tourism instead of the Chamber, but really trying to delineate those responsibilities and activities. Brochures, the Scenic Byway program has been very successful for Southern Idaho Tourism, and so I would like to continue with that with both the standalone Scenic Byways brochure and the state brochure. And then it wouldn't be a presentation from me if it didn't have some online marketing and social media activities. Our video production that we have done for our social media has been outstanding. And beneficial not only to the efforts of the Twin Falls Chamber, but Debbie has been posting those videos on her website as well. Her bounce rate is way down on the website. The time on the site is way up. because people are finding that content valuable to, first and foremost, I think, inspire them to visit our area, and secondarily then to inform them about the things to see and do, and drive them back to the online resources that have information on booking your hotel rooms and other things to do. Again, those will be activities, some of which will be managed by one agency and one by the other, but really delineating what those are. And certainly this will all be detailed in the written grant application. And then certainly the funds to come to this event and the summit as well. So we're really hopeful that you're supportive of the idea of us combining our efforts as a region. I think it's going to help us do a better job at tracking our outcomes, those measurement issues that you all talked about just before the lunch break. I think it's going to help to strengthen our partnerships and really bring our tourism partners to the table with something that we can demonstrate greater value to them. And certainly it will ease some of the administrative issues of managing the grant in two places, and now will be in one, and hopefully that will provide some consistency as well in that reporting.